I want to follow my colleague Honorable Kainan. We are missing a leader for 3 months. It's really taking a toll on us as the leaders of Wajir. Mheshimiwa Rais, kwa niaba ya watu wa Wajir, anytime I talk about this leader, I get emotional, Mheshimiwa Rais. Na kunyenyekea, Mheshimiwa Rais, tunataka ndugu yetu, kiongozi wetu, arudishwe nyumbani, Mheshimiwa Rais. Watu wa Wajir leo wamenifunga, wameniambia hii message nisikose kukwambia Mheshimiwa Rais. Lastly, Mheshimiwa Rais, a lot has been said about how we have been ignored. We are trying to achieve the 2/3 gender principle. We will not achieve if we are trying to sideline our ladies. Let us tell each other the truth. Mheshimiwa Rais, I'm the only elected leader from this county. Let me finish. I'm the only leader and it's embarrassing that I cannot be called to talk to my president. How are we going to achieve? And for that note, my sisters, they say, if you are not called to the table, get a chair, invite yourself. I had told the HE that today I have to speak to my people. Mheshimiwa Rais, nataka niambie wazee wetu wa pastoralists, we have no harm. I don't want to be a governor, neither do I want to be a constituency MP. I am very content with the position the people of Wajir gave me.
Your Excellency, before I invite Colonel Raso to read the communique that is the resolutions of this meeting, Your Excellency, the moment you leave this hall and we see you off, I'll have a situation on my hand because none of the MPs of this county has even welcomed you on this stage here. So with your indulgence, I want to ask the area member of parliament to come and greet people. You will excuse me for the protocol breach, but it was done before me. Your Excellency, sorry about that.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Because you are here, I will not say what other things I wanted to say. Lakini wageni, mnakaribishwa Wajir. Thank you for honoring us to come to this Pastoralist Leadership Summit. This is a summit which has been initiated before we even became counties by the Pastoralist Parliamentary Group. That is the group that forms the core of this Pastoralist Leadership Summit. So, as members of parliament who are here in my constituency, I apologize on behalf of everybody if you feel that you have been slighted and you have not been welcomed to Wajir. So nasema poleni sana. Please let us just take this as one of the many hitches that happens in when we are organizing big conferences. And because we have visitors with us, tunasema wacha tukaribishe visitors in-house. Hii kitu yetu in-house tutafanya baadaye, and heads will roll for that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, that's a bit of damage control that I really needed. So may I then now invite the Secretary of the PPG, is it the patron of the PPG, to come and read those resolutions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. With your indulgence, I wish to call forward 4 of our elders in Pastoralist Parliamentary Group, Honorable Kainan, Farah, Sarah, Ali. Please just come to the podium. Your Excellency, before we read the communique from this summit, These are my elders in Parliament and also colleagues. And also they have a taste and feel for what pastoralism is all about. And I will give each one of them just 1 minute to make remarks. Just 1 minute.
Your Excellency, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, I'm sure mine will not be a minute because of the protocol each. They have to, of course, we'll take care of your time. Your Excellency, we are all here as politicians. And you know, somebody like me and you who are not test to politicians, who are self-made politicians, we are always sticklers to procedures. And I also want to join the MP for Wajir East, the host MP, as the father of Parliament, and being the biggest stakeholders, and having seen this group, Your Excellency, in 1999, you remember, one morning, Mzee Moi woke up and appointed all the officials of this particular group assistant ministers. And we were asked not to stop our subscriptions. Our patron then was the Honorable Francis Olekaparo, who is here. And what followed, Your Excellency, was the coordinator of our group was also, he had a dual citizenship somewhere. Alipelekwa Ethiopia, na huko akakuwa wazimu, na akakufia pale. So this organization has a very rich history. And that's why I want to join my colleague, the Honorable Aden Dawood, in apologizing to my colleagues as your father, as the father of Parliament, in apologizing. It has nothing to do with anybody else. It's our own making. Please accept our apologies as a group, because I know there are 109 of you there. Having said this, Your Excellency, we are all politicians. The government, serikali yako ni serikali ya wafugaji. Umetuonyesha, umedhibiti, na umetamuka na ukasema serikali hii ni serikali ya wafugaji. Ndio leo hii tuko hapa. Hiyo ina maana kubwa sana. Wale kama mimi na wewe ambaye tulikuwa hapa, mimi nimeshuhudia, nimesimama hapa kwa kiwanja ya Korehe 1999, 98, tukuliza barabara kutoka Nairobi, kutoka Garissa all the way. Leo hii barabara hiyo, Mheshimiwa Rais, that was 98, haikufanyika. Nikiwa mjumbe tena 2007, 2008 nilisimama na Mheshimiwa Kibaki hapa, haikufanyika. 2013 mimi na wewe na Mheshimiwa Uhuru tulisimama hapa, haikufanyika. 2017 ulikuja, 2022 ulikuja hapa, 2017 tulisimama hapa, haikufanyika. 2022 ulikuja hapa ukaahidi, na saa hizi barabara imeanza kutoka Isiolo, Lame inaelekea kutoka pale inaelekea. Tunataka kusema asante. Kile inabaki ni kidogo, ile kati, ile sehemu kutoka Madogash, ile Anuti mpaka Samatar, alafu kutoka Samatar mpaka Wajir, alafu Ramo. Hiyo ikitatuliwa, we will have Lame all the way. Mheshimiwa Rais, nataka nikukumbushe 2003 wakati Mzee Kibaki alichaguliwa, ile kitu ya kwanza aliona ni barabara kutoka Isiolo mpaka Moyale haikuwa na tarmac. Na kumbe alikuwa amesign hiyo agreement 1974 wakati alikuwa Minister for Finance. Akasema hii ingine yote ngojeni, wacha ifanyike. Leo tunataka kwako. Kwa vile umeshuhudia na umekuwa hapa, na wewe sio mwanasiasa jana na leo, shida zetu ile unaiona yote, sema ifanyike na itafanyika. Na nyinyi wafugaji, munaambiwa, I'll say this in English, President Ruto is not a transient president. He has been elected by the people of Kenya. There are those who are yapping around to say this, Mr. President, you are the fourth president I'm working with as a member of Parliament. And therefore I can discern, appreciate, and look at the magnitude of the policy decisions that you want to make. We want to thank you. Don't be afraid. What has lagged this country behind over the last 60 years? In 1968, we were at par with South Korea. In 1968, we were at par with Indonesia. It's because people fear to make decisions. Make those decisions in 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Kenyans will appreciate. And those who are running around saying today Ruto must go, will say Ruto must be around. And that is where we're heading. Mheshimiwa Rais, there is a livestock marketing authority. There is livestock marketing authority ambayo tulimaliza. Mheshimiwa Rais, can that board be operationalized? That board be operationalized. Mheshimiwa Rais, hapo zamani za kale, na hii nataka hao wote wasikie, sisi tulikuwa tunanyanyaswa. Kulikuwa na vetting. Historia ya vetting ilikuwa ya Wasomali na wafugaji. Imetolewa ama haijatolewa? Simetolewa. Imetolewa, and we want to thank your PS, Professor Ikutoke and team, for removing that stigma of vetting imeisha. Sasa we are just like other Kenyans. Mheshimiwa Rais, NEDI project. Unikubalie tu nitasema, because I'm their father, what I understand. NEDI projects, kuna kijana alianza hiyo kazi. Tulikuletea 2013, 2017, kuna kijana anaitwa Ibrahim Rashid. Anatoka hapa. NEDI project, unajua, was frustrated between 2002, hizo, and then juzi, tunataka hiyo kijana arudi kwa hiyo kazi, Ibrahim Rashid, atusaidie kuimplement hiyo kazi. Hiyo ni maombi. Mheshimiwa Rais, nikimalizia, I want to ask this pastoralist. Kidogo tu, you know we are here as politicians. Mheshimiwa Rais, there are 15 governors, 14 governors, 14 senators, 14 county MPs, 109 MPs. J, tunaambiwa, SHA is not working. We are persuaded SHA is not working. Can we do it in all our constituencies and prove to the doubting Thomases that SHA is going to work and is going to be beneficial to the pastoralist communities who have been neglected? Finally, Your Excellency, the women power. The women power. I want you to listen to this. I want to thank you. Our ladies, the good ladies from the region. Our brother Kelo Harsama, this is the first time, and I thought should have been said by the PPG leadership. Your ministry ASAL sponsored this project and spent a whopping 14 billion to make this project success. We want to thank you and we want to thank the PS. Your Excellency, you have also appointed many women of power in this county. We have a PS, Umi Bashir. We have the chair lady, Northern Water. We have many other women of distinction. We want you to continue empowering the women. You have appointed Rama Jaldesa just last week as the chair of gender. Continue empowering women. But because our colleagues here have been sharing, allow me to break the protocol. Invite the Honorable, and we have to do because invite the Honorable Fatuma Jeho on behalf of the women to come and join us and also say thank you on behalf of the women fraternity. Your Excellency, I have one request, final request. Kumalizia. Wewe ulisema, this is why I'm their father of parliament, and you know that's why I'm not going to do filibustering, but I will say the truth. Your Excellency, ulisema katika serikali yako hatutakuwa na abductions. Wewe mwenyewe, you know how you have joined politics. You have been firm. You have been consistent. Your Excellency, allow me to say this to you as your follower and also as a person who believes in true leadership and constitutionalism. Your Excellency, one of the elected MCS who ought to have been here, who comes from my constituency, the Honorable Yusuf Hussein, has been missing since September 2024. I urge you, you are our father, you are our friend, wherever he is, save his life and allow him to come back to his family. Nasema asanteni sana na mniradhi kwa hayo mengi, but I hope wherever we are, let us support our president. Usiasa haina uoga. Go to your villages. Muta akisema, I know the social media. If truly we believe in what the president is doing is good, let us go all over and support his policies. 2027, all these are investors. Karibu sana kwa serikali yako.
Shukran. Your Excellency, the President and the Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, Your Excellencies, the governors present, wabunge walio mahali hapa, mabunge yote mbili, na mabunge ya gatuzi, wananchi wa Wajir, hamjambo. Hamjambo tena. Your Excellency, tunashukuru sana kwa sababu tuko hapa kama wafugaji. Na tusije tukafanya makosa kufikiria wafugaji ni kina Keinani peke yake. Tuko wafugaji hapa kutoka bonde la Ufa, tuko na wafugaji kutoka South Rift and North Rift, na hata tuko na wafugaji kutoka Mlima. Mimi natoka hiyo Mlima. Kwa hivyo wafugaji tuko hapa. Na nataka kusema Your Excellency, tunakushukuru kwa sababu wewe ni mmoja wa viongozi ambaye unatambua uongozi wa kina mama. Mimi nisingalikuwa hapa kama wewe haungalikuwa. Na Mheshimiwa Rais, tunakushukuru manake wewe kusema maneno ya uongozi wa kina mama sio story umefanya. Tukiona kina Umi pale, na wengine wengi tunajua unatambua kina mama. Ningeomba tu kuambia kina mama wenzangu, ukifunguliwa dirisha kidogo, wewe tafuta mlango kubwa. Your Excellency, kama wafugaji na haswa kutoka South Rift, North Rift and the Murima, sisi ombi letu ni moja. Kuna kitu inaitwa fragmentation of land. Yaani mashamba yetu yamegawanywa vipande vipande, mpaka tunapozungumza sasa hivi itaelekea mahali hiyo mashamba haitakuwa na faida yoyote. Ukija pale Laikipia, Mheshimiwa Rais, ukifika kwangu Laikipia North constituency, which starts like 5 kilometers from Nanyuki town, ploti inagawanywa quarter acre. Quarter acre kwa wafugaji itafanya nini? Ya pili, kuna maneno ya community land registration. Tunaomba yale mashamba ambaye haijasajiliwa kwa sasa, serikali yako isaidie ili community wakuwe na full ownership ya ardhi yao. Ya mwisho, Mheshimiwa Rais, tunakushukuru kwa sababu ya maneno ya usalama. Na Waswahili wanasema kanzu ya Ijumaa huvuliwa Alhamisi. Mimi naona sisi hii yetu ya mwakani tutaanza kuivua leo, si ndio? Waswahili mmesikia hayo? Mwenyezi Mungu awabariki.
Your Excellency, thank you very much. We really appreciate what you have done for the pastoralists. Our position is very simple. Sisi umetusaidia sana, hata ingawa sisi hatukusaidia katika kuria iliyopita. Saa hii ni wewe peke yako tuseme, mimi najua kuna mwingine ama mwingine moja na Tarbaji. Saa hii wacha kukusaidia, hata kama wale wako karibu na sisi wakitusukuma nje, hatuwezi kuondoka, tunakaa hapo hapo. Umeelewa? Lakini tutashindana hapo mpaka tukupe kura zote. Hata wewe ukitufukuza wana tokeni nje, hatutoki. Umeelewa, Your Excellency? Hakuna mahali pa kwenda. You are getting 99% of our votes come the next election. The other one thing I want to tell you, we have a serious problem with young people who are out of school. Your Excellency, out of the 2.5 million students who are out of school, 1.5 of them come from only 10 ASAL. 10 ASAL. Between Garissa, Wajir and Mandera alone, we have 850,000 young boys and girls who are out of school. I just want to beg you to do one thing. Your Excellency, one key solution is to implement the provisions of the Section 95, subsection 2 of the Education Act of 2013, which allows the integration of the Duksi and Madrasa into the formal education. Because these children now who go to Duksi and other places, if they get the sheikh in there, we're not going to ask the TSC to employ those people to educate them. We will look for an alternative system. I think those instructors, we're not calling them teachers, those instructors can even be recruited through NACONEC. You get my point? So, Your Excellency, let us deal with this time bomb. The other thing, we already have recognized what you call the accelerated education system. I have a personal experience. I took a young man who came from the madrasa to standard 6. By the time he reached standard 8, he was number 1 in the index number, and he qualified to go to Stray. And now he's a doctor. He's a consultant doctor. So when you bring the students, children from those other places and integrate them into this, it works very well for our community. Your Excellency, we request you to give direction for the implementation of the Presidential Working Party report as regards the strengthening of NACONEC. NACONEC is one organization that has really made a transformation, serious transformation in the access to education of our people, because these pastoralists, when they move around all over and the children are there, they're being fed, then they will be there. But if they have nothing to feed on, then they have a problem. Your Excellency, the final issue is we have a problem of drugs in our region. This region is getting flooded with the drugs from Ethiopia and from Somalia. And they're coming in lorries, truckloads. Please direct your county commissioners and your county commandants to seal our borders to make sure this does not happen. Today, there are more than 10,000 illegal immigrants in Wajir here. And that business is very, very thriving. You know, once drugs come into place, then you create instant billionaires. Those instant billionaires now push back the law and order system. So what we need to do is, before we get another into Medellin and Colombia, let's deal with this problem right away and finish that thing. And let us see how we can stop drugs. Finally, Your Excellency, we have a big problem with Mira. I know you have, there are many other people also who want Mira, but we'll deal with it in our own ways. And I'm talking to the governors in here. Let us do what the coastal people did. At least for the start, stop Muguka. Stop Muguka completely. Because otherwise, Your Excellency, watoto wetu watamalizika. Ni vile ilikuwa tu with liquor. Liquor, you know, local brew in Kalenjin land, those early days when Moi was there and Haji, the late Haji, as a PC, and, you know, resolved that problem. The government came hard on it and made sure that that thing is a thing of the past. Now, help us also get over that. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. And we want to thank you a lot for all the good things you did for us. Na para sawa ile barabara ya Dadaab Liboi, Harhar. Ile Gariza Dadaab Harhar.
Thank you. For the interest of time, Your Excellency, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, all protocol observed. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Mheshimiwa Honorable Kainan, pamoja na His Excellency, thank you for seeing what the rest of the leadership did not see. Your Excellency and everyone that is here, karibuni Wajir, mujihisi nyumbani, mkule nyirinyiri kwa wingi, maziwa ya ngamia na susa. Duale, make sure you get susa today. Mheshimiwa Rais, tulianza juzi hii mkutano, nilitereza hapa kidogo. Na leo pia sijaitwa, nikafikiria kidogo nimewekewa mtego. Nikasema nani ananiwekea hii mtego? Lakini nawakaribisha. Mheshimiwa Rais, as they say, politics is local. And when they see you coming here, we are given a lot of information to pass to you. Ya kwanza, niliambiwa nipatiane salamu wazee ambaye walikukaribisha kule stadium ukitafuta hii kiti, Mheshimiwa Rais. Walikuwa economic forum. Sikia, unajua kidogo sisi tulikuwa tunakulima, Mheshimiwa Rais. Lakini Mungu ni nani? Saizi tuko pamoja. Sasa pokea salamu kutoka wazee, Mheshimiwa Rais. Ya pili, watu wa Wajir wamesema ukirudi airport wasalimie. Utawasalimia, wamesikia. Mheshimiwa Rais, shida zangu si mingi. Niko na 3 tu nataka kuomba. Mheshimiwa Rais, tunaomba last mile connectivity. We are not doing very well. By the time you come back to Wajir, we expect at least to have connected 500 households. Mheshimiwa Rais. Ya pili, unajua I'm a county MP. I have 6 constituency. Wamama wa mboga wameniambia Mheshimiwa Rais anawatambua. Na nikuambie wanataka soko ambaye ni modern market. Na tunaomba Mheshimiwa Rais 6 modern markets, Mheshimiwa Rais, for each constituency. As you know, Mheshimiwa Rais, hatulimi, mboga zetu zinatoka Garissa, Isiolo na Meru. When it floods, just recently, 1 tomato was costing 100 shillings. You can imagine if we give them a modern market whereby they can store their goods, Mheshimiwa Rais, you will be able to achieve more. Duale Waziri, our town has a good plan. We want you to put a lot of trees to this town, Mheshimiwa Waziri. Lastly, Mheshimiwa Rais, nataka I want to follow my colleague, Honorable Kainan. We are missing a leader for 3 months. It's really taking a toll on us as the leaders of Wajir. Mheshimiwa Rais, kwa niaba ya watu wa Wajir, anytime I talk about this leader, I get emotional, Mheshimiwa Rais. Na kunyenyekea, Mheshimiwa Rais, tunataka ndugu yetu, kiongozi wetu, arudishwe nyumbani, Mheshimiwa Rais. Watu wa Wajir leo wamenifunga, wameniambia hii message nisikose kukwambia Mheshimiwa Rais. Lastly, Mheshimiwa Rais, a lot has been said about how we have been ignored. We are trying to achieve the 2/3 gender principle. We will not achieve if we are trying to sideline our ladies. Let us tell each other the truth. Mheshimiwa Rais, I'm the only elected leader from this county. Let me finish. I'm the only leader and it's embarrassing that I cannot be called to talk to my president. How are we going to achieve? And for that note, my sisters, they say, if you are not called to the table, get a chair, invite yourself. I had told the HE that today I have to speak to my people. Mheshimiwa Rais, nataka niambie wazee wetu wa pastoralists, we have no harm. I don't want to be a governor, neither do I want to be a constituency MP. I am very content with the position the people of Wajir gave me. Kwa hiyo maneno na washukuru, asanteni sana.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Because all the leaders that have spoken about development and other issues, allow me to get political, because this is a political gathering. Your Excellency, it is important for us, the pastoralists, to understand our entire problem is political, and the solution is nothing other than political. Your Excellency, the collective registered voters in the pastoralist region, the 15 counties, is 4.1 million votes. You must be able to realize the power you have and exercise that power to be able to bring advantages to yourself. Your Excellency, we have 109 members of parliament in parliament. And it's very unfortunate because instead of billing our own shortfalls on the government, we should bill it to ourselves, because we always ask, where do we sign when it comes to other bills? Without saying, if you're signing some bills in favor of other economic programs, we should be also saying, how can I support you here and you support me here? Your Excellency, the reason why, and I don't say this for any ill intention, but I must say it. The reason why our brothers from Mount Kenya, who have taken half the government and half the development budget of this government, will still complain and believably make them appear aggrieved in this country when they have taken everything in reality. The only reason why that is possible is because of the collective votes that they have galvanized, and it has become a threat. If our pastoral communities understand the collective power of their 4.1 million votes and galvanize to support this government and this president, we will be able to sit and ask to be streamlined, at the forefront of the programs of government. Your Excellency, I'm the chair of Senate Standing Committee on Finance and Budget. This is the only government whose indicators in everything is positive, but the narrative out there is negative. Simply because these 109 members have not taken to the forefront to discuss the positives of government. How do you expect to be recognized? If you don't, in politics, you look for space, you look for a seat, you sit on it before people invite you. Why am I saying that? The exchange rate was at 164 when this president took over. it has stabilized at 130. People called it a glitch, a fluke, but it has sustained itself. That is a positive indicator of a working government. The inflation rate has come down from almost 6% to 3.6%. Nobody is speaking about it. The prices of essential commodities have come down tremendously. Nobody speaks about it. We were not credit worthy when this president took over. Today, as of last financial year, we've managed to pay 1.5 trillion of our debt, and everybody is ready to give us debt. And nobody should lie to you. People demonize. I heard a very absurd statement somewhere in the country, in Western Kenya, where a member of parliament stood and said, this president has borrowed 10.7 trillion, oblivious of information. You know that our borrowing rate is much lower. The government of the United States of America, their debt to GDP rate is at 100 and something percent. And we are at 67%, and it's going down. I want to urge our brothers and sisters here, we have the power if we see it. We have the power if we organize ourselves. We have the power if we own this government, speak on behalf of this government in each of the 109 constituencies. Then we'll be able to tell the president, we need our space. With our 401 million votes in one basket. The other day I spoke, Your Excellency, for 20 seconds in this forum, nothing else. I just said, you know, the day the pastoralists understand and are able to galvanize their votes in one basket, then that is the day they would have realized the power they hold in their hands. Your Excellency, thank you very much, and I want to say, Karibu sana, may God bless you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for indulging us, and also Governor Wajir for your magnanimity. Your Excellency, in the interest of time, I think I will just do a summary of what the pastoralist leaders coming from 15 counties, 107 members of Senate and the National Assembly, 15 governors, 15 senators, speakers, deputy governors, all assembled here. They came up with a resolution. First, it is on peace and security as the anchor to development. Your Excellency, I think you may not talk about it, but for those of us who have been in Parliament now long enough, I think this government has achieved enough in North Rift, in Upper Eastern, in Northern Kenya, that today the guns are silent. This is as a result of investment and also commitment by your leadership. So for that reason, the only thing we want to ask is development for peace, so that as soon as the guns are silent, let us do small things that brings youth on board, elders on board, so that we are able to develop prosperous societies in this region. Your Excellency, the second issue is on investment in the livestock economy. For those of us sitting in Parliament, this financial year, you gave us 1 billion. That has never happened in the history of Kenya. It is something others will say is small, but for many of us, we celebrate it because nobody has ever thought about the livestock or the pastoralist economy. So for that reason, going forward, Your Excellency, let livestock breeding, rearing be part of the economy. Because if we do that, then it means we are taking cognizance of 15 counties where people, that is their mainstay, the mainstay of the economy. Honorable Your Excellency, yes, I engage the Speaker a lot. Your Excellency, the other issue is on education. Honorable Farah said, today in the ASAL, we have 1.5 million children out of school. What we want to ask of your government is the continuation of boarding schools in the ASALs and also the continuation of a school feeding program. On Nakonek, at the beginning, I think there was the thinking that Nakonek was going to help in the ASAL. But in the last 10 years or so, the mandate of Nakonek has been gradually changed from addressing education in the ASAL to addressing pockets of vulnerabilities in all of Kenya. In the process, we as ASAL have suffered. For that reason, let Nakonek remain in its original mandate. Your Excellency, the fourth issue is about infrastructure. Water is the problem in the ASAL. If we have water, then the animals will not die. People will not migrate from their villages. They will not migrate to neighboring counties. So for that reason, we want to